One step at a time, one step at a time, until we're on Xenos' doorstep. I look forward to that. The fortunes of war. Your work is far from finished, as Conrad knows. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the castle. We'll need to search it top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the regions for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Aldin in Bittermill. Yeah, okay. I was just wondering, like, do we even bother taking prisoners, or... I mean, presumably, you know, he was the aggressor, so... But I wonder. Because we haven't seen any examples of that yet. Almost got that paralyzed off, my friend, but not quite. That actually reminds me, I should maybe restock on spine drops. Generally, a lot of those potions and stuff don't get much use, at least out of me, but to cure paralysis, I think, is a good one. You know, just either the healers just don't bother with it, or there's just a lot of people who get it on at once. And so just to ease their job, you know. I mean, it's so easy, you know, and they're dirt cheap. It's a good thing Nago got the flag flying when she did. Any longer, and those Imperials might have had us at their mercy. And I see there's an Imperial there being held. Oh, and one there as well, so... We are taking hostages. Or not hostages, but, you know, prisoners of war or whatever. The Bull of Alamigo has done it again. His assessment of Fordola's response was without error. Yeah, that was pretty awesome, too. I mean, it was simple, but it's like, yeah, like, she's definitely aggressive enough to fall for a plan like this. Well met. All's well at the bridge? Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Villadina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. I could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellan to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Commander Kemp and his men. Delight not overmuch in victory, not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. Wanted to double check that. Not, you know, not start flying somewhere and then realize, oh, wait a minute, I could just teleport there. That'll be faster. From a stone bridge to a massive fortress, Garlean engineering never ceases to impress. Now that we have taken control of Veladina, there's nothing stopping us from marching east towards the peaks. My thoughts exactly. If you're looking for Ehrenwald, I think he's with Pippin, searching the castle for any remaining soldiers. Back so soon, I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice-marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there will be no one left to fight. Hey, just passing by, but I liked your stream. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Merctow Twitch. Thank you for stopping by and for following. Thank you very much. Yeah, if the gods are good, there will be no one left to fight. Okay, yeah, they're same. Rising fortunes, rising fortunes, rising spirits. Conrad would like just as much as you to resume your march east towards the peaks. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Terrapin reports that their sweep of the castle interior has been completed. So it's finally over, huh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castle in Veladina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where's Monago? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe, where she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Veladina had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. Though I pray you are right, 'twould be best if Monago were not alone if she should encounter the enemy. Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is all right. If that is your wish, then I have no objections. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. Big moment. Big moment. Access to a new area. Greetings, Scion. Do you wish to pass? Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is phased because it doesn't have the beast tribe here. Interesting. I just figured this was something that they wouldn't... Oh, no, because they've got... Here's Pippin. We will soon start sending scouts east to survey the land in preparation for our advance. We do not anticipate much resistance at this time, but should we encounter any Imperial forces, we shall deal with them quickly and severely. Yeah, I've said it before, but I mean, every time I see Pippin, I'm just like, man, I want more Pippin around. It would be awesome to have him as a trust. I'd love to have Nago as a trust. Unfortunately, Ehrenwald is no longer capable of being a trust. Did you say you were for the Peering Stones? In that case, mayhap Marshal Terrapin and I should join you. We spied a suspicious pair earlier, a Hur and a Lalafell, by the looks of them. But they fled when they realized they had been spotted. If they're Imperials, then we can't have them stirring up trouble. A Hur and a Lalafell, interesting. On your guard, Arnvold. They're still about. Since when did you become a bloodhound? A Makote ought to trust their ears, not their nose. I wonder if we see more of them later on. They probably die in some tragic death in like a very like heartbreaking cutscene or something that I just completely forgot about. Oh, down here. But of course, tiring though it may be to come and go from the cliff top, it is easily defended and affords an excellent view of the surrounding area. This area is home to dangerous beasts. Not that we cannot handle mine, but do not be surprised if something ravenous and slavering comes charging at you out of nowhere. The path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. We may not have seen any Imperial forces thus far, but we mustn't forget that this was occupied territory until very recently. They could still be nearby. Not just Seekers of the Sun, but Ananta? Mayhap there is a settlement nearby. Yes, there is. Oh no, that's... So where's Lise? Maybe she's further back. Nope, doesn't seem like it. So where did she disappear to? Oh well. Maybe she's already in. Welcome to the Peering Stones, home of the M tribe. I must give you fair warning that while travelers are welcome here, any acts of hostility will be met with an arrow shaft between the eyes. No exceptions. Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't want to cause any trouble here. Oh, okay, she was already up here. Well, what do you think? Hard to tell from down below that a whole village is up here, isn't it?
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
Okay, so now we'll be introduced to the Ananta.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana.
The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Vera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us?
Aye. All who have fought with the Resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is me.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
All right, I was waiting for this to happen. Like I said, like one of the few things I really remember is, you know, Lakshmi. So this is how it happened. And this is like it. I wasn't quite following the explanation of everything that was happening between the Imperials and the Ananta, specifically the Kaliana, at first, and then I put, oh, wait a minute, Fordola had mentioned, like, get the snake or whatever, and that was clearly the daughter. Definitely shrewd, but I mean, Fordola is she's a smart one. She just unfortunately has a lot of idiots around her. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was really good. We finished up the Doma section of 4.0 Stormblood, and we're now back into Garabanya, where things are starting to heat up. So if you've enjoyed this video and want to see more, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to come join me live, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.